and welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons, where today I am so tired. So I'm actually filming this video from my hotel room. I was supposed to finish work at 11 p.m. yesterday, and we landed around 5 a.m. So I ended up being up all night. I did take a 3-hour nap right before recording this, just so that I could make coherent sentences again. Oh, Daisy May is here. I've also been working a lot of flights this week, so 2 days ago I worked 4 flights, and the passengers on those flights were just interesting people, and that day was one of the more particularly exhausting days. If the day wasn't spicy enough, we also had an aborted landing on the 3rd flight, and I was the only flight attendant in the aisle, so everybody was asking me questions, and I was just making jokes trying to calm everybody down. And then the night before last night was going to be my only night in my apartment this week, and I thought I was going to be able to catch up on sleep then, but around midnight, my building caught on fire. There were like 8 fire trucks. It was this whole thing. Everyone's okay. Nobody got hurt. But I am running on very limited sleep today, so I'm going to try my best to make coherent sentences and logical decisions. I've already made my first mistake by ordering ice cream on DoorDash. I know that I should just wait until I get home and I can get ice cream at the store for way cheaper, but I need the pick-me-up right now. Anyways, today I want to start off by checking in with our villagers and seeing how they're doing. It seems like, I believe this is Olive's house, right? It is. Okay, I think she's home at the moment, so let's see. She actually randomly moved in here in the last episode, which I feel so lucky for that because she is a sweetheart, and I never realized how cute her house was. Oh, there's nothing in her dresser. Oh, I was kind of hoping there'd be some tea, you know, like her deepest, darkest secrets might be in the bottom drawer there. Can I mess with anything else? Can I, like, spy on what book she's reading? It's very, very hard to make out any titles there. Look who's here. How have you been? I feel like there was something I've been meaning to tell you, but what was it? Oh, well, it's gone now. You can't just... This is like when someone says something and they're like, you know, I really want to tell you this one thing, but maybe I shouldn't. If you say something like that, you have to say something. It doesn't even matter if what you say is what you were planning on saying or not. You just can't build up such a amount of suspense and then say nothing. I'm pretty okay at cooking, but it makes me nervous when you watch. Well, what are you busy making? A pear tart. Oh, well, thank you for the recipe. That sounds like a very cute food. Sorry for the notification sounds. My ice cream is almost here. I'm gonna silence my phone. Let me see what this looks like. I could absolutely go for a pear tart. Oh my goodness, that looks so good. See, when you're sleep deprived, that like impulse control part of your brain does not work as well. And I naturally, my whole life since birth, have had such a strong sweet tooth. And when I'm tired, it gets so amplified. So any sort of tart, cheesecake, ice cream, brownie, anything like that sounds so good to me right now. And it seems like we do have someone camping here too. So let's go say hi to them. Oh my goodness, it's Biscuit! Do you camp? You gotta try it sometime. It's like being inside, but you're outside. Oh, that is a very fascinating concept. I actually have never been camping. I had my first campfire s'mores very recently. They were absolutely amazing. 10 out of 10 for those. But yeah, I think this summer I want to try camping. I really like hiking and trails, and I love the outdoors. I just haven't ended up camping before for some or other reason, so I think it would be cool to try. I met a new bug friend today, and I invited them to bring their family over for snacks later. Oh, that's so cute. Honestly, that's something I would do too, but then I would just end up with tons and tons of ants everywhere. I'm okay with that though, as long as they're not fire ants. As long as there's like, well, actually they can be fire ants, as long as they're not like trying to consume me, I guess. If we have mutual respect for each other's boundaries, then I could hang out with a bunch of fire ants. Is Humphrey home at the moment? No, it doesn't look like it. In one of the previous videos, Javolt suggested putting some weeds and such here, so I think I might do that quickly. I don't have my storage shed though. I need to figure out where I've hidden that. I do see Bee peeking out here. How are you doing? Sundays mean a visit from Daisy May, and her visit means I can buy fresh turnips. Yes, I think in the little Wild World playthrough I'm doing, I want to try using the stock market because I've never done it. I don't really like very risky decisions or gambling or stocks. So I've just completely avoided it in all the games before. But I think, oh my goodness, Jerry was standing right under my feet there. That was scary. What was I saying? Oh, right. I think, oh, I did not mean to cook. I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. Nope, this is a closet. This is how you access storage. Oh, I did not mean to place that. I just wanted to grab it. Oh no, I left my house. Oh my goodness. Chaos. That's what this is. This is all just chaos. Anyways, as I was saying, I never really experimented much with the stock market, so I could buy turnips from Daisy May and experience the stock market in New Horizons, but since my house is already paid off and I don't really need any ginormous amount of bells, it's not really necessary. But since I'm still trying to pay off my loan in Wild World, it could end up being very, very helpful. Also, I don't know how my mailbox ended up all the way up here, but looks like we have some letters. Oh, from Mom! The other day I got a text from my mom in real life that sounded so much like one of these Animal Crossing letters. I'm gonna go ahead and read it and expose her. You won't believe what I did today. I gave myself one of those masks that you put on your skin and then you wait for it to dry and you pull it off. Well, part of the mask touched my eyebrows, and it was so gluey, when I pulled it after it dried from my face, I pulled out half of my eyebrows. I look so funny. At least I can use some makeup to color it, but I'm just praying that it'll grow back. And she still looks gorgeous. She has nothing to worry about. Wow! 0 points from the Happy Home Academy? That is harsh. Okay. Ow. I can't resist buying anything that makes my home feel like a library. The problem is that sometimes I'll mess up and buy things I already own. Would you be willing to take this so I don't have to feel silly? What did she send us? I guess this is the present from our mom. A tissue box? That's cute. And a cartoonist set. Oh, this is a really pretty item. It reminds me, I used to study architecture and that looks a lot like the drawing boards that we would use. Thank you so much for sending that, Florbean. What's new with you? Have you read your evaluation? No, she knows. Who told you? Not only is the Happy Home Academy giving me zeros, they are publicizing this information. Just a few weeks ago, Judi was calling me out for my score as well. I haven't worked up the courage myself. Flurry, your house is... What is her house? Her house is cute. I don't think that Flurry would have a bad score. Oh, she's watering the bush with perfume. Okay. Anyways, I don't think my house deserves a 0. I don't think it's not that bad. I redecorated it in the last episode because they kept giving me a low score, but I don't think my score was a 0. Has it always been a flat 0? Goodness, I don't even know anymore. It's because I haven't let Lyle scam me in Wild World. Now he's just dissing my house in New Horizons. I think my house is cute and it's my house, so whatever they have to say about it is completely irrelevant to me. I think since Flurry loves reading so much, I might put her house near where Eunice's is. So I think I'll put her house on the other side of the cliffs here, so she can have waterfront property, as she deserves. And also maybe her and Eunice could have a little book club. I might put a picnic blanket down here so they could sit by the ocean and stargaze while they read. I think they would like that. And then to finish the Main Street area we started, I do want to put the Able sisters right around here. So let me grab some trees and stuff and start laying down some pathways and get brainstorming on how I want to do that. Do I have any fruit on me? No, I'm gonna have to pick it. Alright, so I'm gonna place one tree right at the edge of the log here, so it looks like it's going into the forest. And then maybe another one right here on this cliff edge. Oh, there's definitely room to plant things. There's a room there. There's room here. There's plenty of space. Alright, so we're gonna have to create some sort of meandering path that takes the log through. Where the hardwood tree is right there, I'm kind of thinking of putting a house there. The problem is there's no way up. Like I could put a ladder there, but unless I made this like an elevated island, I feel like this is such a nice cranny to shove a little house in. If I had a second player on my island, I could shove their house here. Like I feel bad putting a villager here because it's not a lot of space, but it's also such a cute place to live. Wait, I could put my house here. Oh my gosh, wait, this could be it. All right, let me pull out my terraforming tool because I'm thinking rather than just having a bunch of trees and like filler space here, I really like to utilize as much island as I can. So instead of having trees and bushes here, I'm thinking I put like a little mini garden, like a gnome garden or something, and then have a house here, and this acts as the front yard. And this is sort of becoming a neighborhood and shopping center and everything built between different levels of elevated cliffs and waterfalls, which is kind of the goal I'm going for with the island on this new theme. So a player's house is 5 by 4. So I'm gonna need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's kind of annoying because this cliff is smooth. Can it still be smooth? No! Oh my gosh, I don't like that. Okay, what can I do? I can't really move that bit. The house would have to be 3, 4, 5. It would have to be tucked in a space this wide. Oop, did not mean to add a cliff. Nope, and I did it again. I don't want it to look ridiculous either. In my mind, houses were a little bit smaller. I don't really want to break the waterfall shape. Maybe it's gonna look silly. It might just look silly. I would also want like a little pathway in front of the house. Maybe it would work. Well then if you stand here, you would see a house. And previously if you stood here, there were trees there. I don't know what's gonna make the better view, a house or trees. It might be the trees. Maybe I'm compromising too much of the nature. It's hard to find a good balance because I want it to feel like you're in the woods. But I love creating things like this outdoor library and little structures and stuff just to make it developed as well. I don't know about this because it's gonna look weird. Even from up here, you're gonna be walking right over a roof here. So I'm gonna have to plant a ton of trees to cover it, but there's no way for me to fully cover it because this isn't even a full... Well, actually, if I put the house a little bit further back, it could be tucked behind this cliff. So then I would need 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks. Then the house would go right here, and I would be able to tuck it behind a tree on the edge of this cliff. Oh, my ice cream is here. Alright, the hotel room I'm staying in right now has a freezer, which is amazing. So I went ahead and put my ice cream in there, and I'm going to enjoy it once I finish this video. But anyways, I do like this. I I think tucked away in a cliff might be the move. I don't know why I have a very prominent obsession with tucking things between other things. I think if I trim the cliff here, we could really start to get some interesting shapes and layers to the terraforming. I wonder how far I can go. Can I? Ooh, okay, that's interesting. See, now I don't even want to tuck the house directly there anymore. I don't want the house to seem forcibly smushed, but rather like maybe the cliffs naturally open up here and there just happens to be enough space for a house to exist. To be completely honest, this is just very tired terraforming and I'm just going with what feels interesting. There's something very freeing about terraforming while you're not really thinking much about what you're doing. Oh no, Daisy May! I didn't realize you were up there. Maybe if I make this path a bit more narrow, but not too narrow, because I do have the ramp right there. So I'm thinking I still have one more cedar tree right here, but then the cliffs open up to create space for a home. So I'm going to shift my focus over here and start creating a path towards where I want to place the Able sisters. So I guess we'll just pull out our dirt pattern here and create sort of a meandering little snake-like shape. And then here I want to create a patio or like an outdoor porch so the store extends outside. And I also want to inspire this based on the hat shop in Hal's Moving Castle. So I'm going to have some little podiums here and I'm going to place some hats down. And I do need to order a couple more hats as well as some den desks to place here. We're just going to use some log benches for now. Next, I'm just grabbing any item that seems Taylor's shop related. I want Sable to have an area where she's able to work outside since she's always busy. And I think it would also be really cute to put a little signpost down that indicates the store is here. And this one actually has the Tailor shop labeled on it, which is perfect for this corner. Then, of course, I'm going to plant some trees because absolutely everything on my island needs to be tucked between trees. And I think that's a pretty good spot to end off today. So in the next episode, we can maybe move the store there and start working on the rest of that cliff area. So I also want to continue this river all the way over to the other side, but we'll get more into that next time. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely rest of your day, and I'll see you all very, very soon.